Good morning, everyone. Today is 20th July, Wednesday, and we are discussing the Hindu. On the front page, we do not have any important news as such, but the parliament session has started, and you will be getting a lot of news related to parliament, different bills, questions, and all. So get ready. This 1 month is going to be very hectic, filled with a lot of news. So we will now directly jump to the editorial page. We have very interesting editorials today. The first editorial is about the new constitution which has been drafted by Chile. This new constitution is seen as a landmark in the history of constitutionalism. Some of the positive aspects of this constitution is that it ensures socio-economic justice, environmental rights of the people. It also creates many independent organizations, institutions, and make it sure that participation of people happens in the government. The author is saying that this is a very visionary, futuristic constitution, and it can start a new chapter in the history of constitutionalism. The next article is about, or it's related to the internal security of our country. GS paper 3. 121 tribals were held responsible for the deaths of CRPC Jawans in a Maoist-led ambush in 2017. But now the NIA court had said that they were not guilty. Now this is raising questions that such unfair, arbitrary arrests and repression of the tribal people can move them towards Maoist. The trust between the state and the tribals will further deteriorate and can lead to the strengthening of Maoist forces. So such an arbitrary arrest, scapegoating of tribals should be avoided at any cost. The next article is about the amendments proposed in Ancient Monuments and Archaeological Sites and Remains, which is Armsar Act of 1958. As per this act, it prohibits the construction within 100-meter radius of all ASI protected monuments. So you cannot construct anything around the monuments protected by ASI in an 100-meter vicinity. But the proposed changes in this act is that instead of having a blanket ban on all the constructions, there will be an expert committee which will decide, and in some special cases, they will only put the ban or lift the ban. It will be decided by expert committee, not by ASI. So the author in this article is saying that this will dilute the power of ASI and will be threatening to some of the historical monuments. Again, an amendment proposed in the Drugs and Cosmetic Acts of 1940. This is a very old act which has finally been amended. The authors are saying that the idea to amend the bill is welcome, but the way in which it is amended is not good. The problems with the drug and cosmetic industry today is a lot of fake drugs are made and there are no proper regulation on them. So the author is suggesting some measures in which the act should be amended to make it more helpful for the people. The next article is very important for the democracy, for the good functioning of democracy in India. While we are discussing a lot about Anti-Defection Act and the strict control over MPs or MLAs by their party, quite opposite happens in UK, where MPs and MLAs have the autonomy to ask questions to challenge their party leaders. But in India, a supremo culture develops in any party where MPs and MLAs are not allowed to ask questions or criticize their party bosses, which is against the idea of democracy. The author is suggesting that we should adopt the model of United Kingdom in this regard. In the explainer, we have an article about the outrage over national emblem. You might have heard about this. Some people are criticizing that the national emblem is very aggressive, whereas in the original emblem, the lions are calm, composed, yet projecting the strength. So this is a meaningless debate. You can avoid it. The next very interesting article today is about the wormhole. Judging by the number of the type and the nature of questions asked in UPSC from science and tech background, I will suggest you to go through this article once. If you have watched some movies like Interstellar and all, you will probably easily understand what an wormhole means. Other than that, in today's newspaper, we do not have much important news here, but on the economic page, there are two words, P notes and captive users. I would suggest you to go and find out about these two words. That's the newspaper for the day. Thank you for supporting the channel.